you get to the next level. And by the way, I've just started recording this call right now. Apologies, I missed the whole first half, but we started recording. So the last personality color is blue. These are people that are fun. Okay, they love fun. They love meeting new people. They love socializing. So imagine you're going to tell these people about the whole culture we have in this business. Especially if they're a team member, you're going to bring them to the events. They love talking to new people. So once again, these are 4 sorts of people you need to master and identify. Now, let's break it down into actually becoming a leader. What are the good traits of becoming a leader? Okay, a leader isn't someone just because you like them. I used to do this just because I like someone or I felt sorry for them. I wanted to make them a leader. How many of you thought that before? That was me before. But then I realized there's really 4 traits of being a leader. Now, if you don't have these 4 traits right now, that is completely fine. However, you're going to have to make that shift today. If you really want to go Platinum 150, 2,000, 5,000, Chairman 10, these are the 4 traits that are a must. And number 1, you need initiative. Okay, you need initiative. You need to be that person that is, promoting these flyers, promoting these Zoom calls. You need to be that person that's calling your mentor when you need help. Okay, you need to be a person that's not afraid to ask for all these things. So you need initiative towards your business. You're not going to wait for your upline, downline, sideline to do the work for you. You have that initiative. That's number 1. Number 2, I believe this is the most important thing in the whole call today, being teachable and coachable. Okay, the thing that holds people back from being teachable and coachable is this E word, ego. It's right in front of them. Ego holds a lot of people back. If you've got ego, especially us men, a lot of us, we naturally have ego, but you've got to drop the ego. And you've got to start to listen to those of you that have the results that you want. Look at, Mandy, Rajan, Dipendra, these guys are Platinum 2000 plus. Many other Platinum 1000 leaders on this call here today. These are the people you guys should really be following. Why? Because not because you like them or not, it's because they have the results you want. Now, once again, being teachable and coachable, that's not just listening to them. That's not just coming on this call here today. That is applying what they teach. That's one thing I've done, I believe, that has got me to where I am today. I've always been teachable and coachable to the people that have the results I want. There's been times where I felt uncomfortable. Abdullah, the first time I went to my first international convention, I was Platinum 1000, and Platinum 1000, your whole month's paycheck is what it costs to go to USA. Imagine about £500 on flights, £500 accommodation, event ticket, travel, Uber, food, all of this. It adds up to quite a lot, £1,000 plus. And Abdullah literally said, you need to go to this event. He took my card and he forced me to buy my ticket. But I didn't really say, oh, no, I'm not going. I could have said that. But why did I carry on going? Why did I actually book that flight ticket? It's because, once again, I understand he has the results I want. Some of you in this business right now, your mentor tells you to do something. Your mentor tells you to present the business, post this flyer, start to post your activity. And some of you still don't do it. This is what it comes down to, being teachable and coachable. You've got to be simple. You need to follow instructions. Okay, not because we're the bosses or managers. I still follow instructions. It's simple because this is going to get you to where you want to go. Third part, ambition. Not everyone's a leader, like I said. Not everyone is ambitious. Not everyone wants to become a multi-millionaire and change the world like us. Okay, not everyone in this call right now, almost 100 people, probably not every single person is that ambitious, but you've got to become ambitious. How do you do that? Find a bigger purpose. If this business is about you, you're making the wrong mistakes. Now, don't get me wrong. When I started this was just about me making all the money. This is what happens. When you start a business, it's about how can I change my situation? But when you get, Platinum 1000, 2000, 5000, definitely Chairman 10, it's really not about you anymore. Okay, of course, you want to make more money, but you understand you get a better feeling by helping other people than really helping yourself. So that's ambition. Third part, fourth part, willing to make changes. You've got to make sacrifices in this business. If you're a leader on this call, and like I said, you want to go Platinum 1000, You want to go chairman 10, you've got to be willing to make the changes. I hear a lot of times that, oh, I don't have enough time. Or my mom said no, my mom did this, my dad did that. Or, my wife, she didn't do this and that. You've got to stop making excuses. Okay, you've got to be willing to make those changes necessary. And one thing Austin Godsey said, he's just come back to a company now. He's a chairman 100. He says, if you don't sacrifice what you love for a short period of time, what you love will become a sacrifice. Personally, I don't really believe in balance. In network marketing, you can't really, if you want to go to the high levels I'm talking about, you can't really balance and, spend half an hour here, half an hour there. I mean, you can slowly, but if you want to do something big, there's no real thing as balance. You're going to have to sacrifice, like I said, short period of time. Maybe it's sleep. Maybe it's time with family. Maybe it's going out with friends. Maybe it's, you watching Netflix. A short period of time, you got to sacrifice these things. And long term, you can start to enjoy these things in the long term. So these are 4 main traits of being a leader. Now, I want to get into some activities that leaders do. Okay, people love the practical part. So I'm going to share with you guys, this is everything I'm showing on the screen. This is all you need to do. Being a leader, this is what leaders do. They're prospecting. Very simple. They are getting new numbers. Today, I got about 3-4 numbers on my for Instagram. Prospecting is getting new numbers. Inviting. You're constantly inviting people to presentations. I'm doing one in literally the next 40 minutes. You guys can plug your guest into that call. Edification. Okay, what is edification? When you bring someone onto a call, you're not just going to, let's say you bring one of your mentors onto a call. You're not just going to say, okay, this is Jay, for example. You're not going to say that. You're not going to say, okay, this is Rajan, for example, Aleem, for example. You're not going to say that. You're going to say, these guys have been in the business quite well. The success they've had in such a small period of time is crazy, right? They're helping so many people worldwide and they're very busy. I managed to get some of their time here today to actually share this information with you. That is what edification is. There's many videos about it. All of this you can really search up on YouTube. I'd highly recommend taking a screenshot of this page right here. Okay, if you're Platinum 150, these are the things you should already be doing. Now, next one, presenting. Once again, you've got to learn to present the business. The first time you present someone in this business, you're not going to be confident. I started stuttering, I started getting hot, I started sweating. This is normal, right? Presenting, you're not going to be comfortable the first time. But now today, if you look at the leaders who have been doing it 6 months, 1 year, they can literally close their eyes and present the business and someone will sign up. Why? Because we've done it over and over and over again. We know it like the back of our hand, literally. Fifth part, closing. You've got to learn how to become a closer. You don't just let someone think about it at the end of a presentation. You've got to close that deal. And I'll share a few things after that can help you. Follow up with your team members, follow up with especially the people you spoke to 6 months ago, the people you spoke to, 1 year ago. Those people are in a different situation back then. Literally what I did to hit P5K, I'll tell you guys, I went back to my list. I went back to my list where I had all these prospects from years ago. I called them up and I signed them up. Okay, not literally just like that. Of course, I got them on a call again, did all of that. But you can go back to your list. You can start to follow up with people. Now is literally the perfect time. No one can complain about I don't have time. No one. A lot of people, they're still getting paid from home and they're sitting at home. They have a lot of time. So, another thing, launching. You need to know what to do when someone joins a business. Signing someone up is the easiest part of his business. Believe me, guys. I've been there, I've done that. Signing people up is easy, but you've got to plug them into the right system. They need to know what videos to watch. You need to set up their trading account, their broker's account, all these different things. Personal development. If you don't do this, trust me, guys, you're not going to last. If I didn't plug into personal development, I would have left this business ages ago. Why? Because you're going to hear so many people, especially when you're starting, you're going to hear people saying that, this doesn't work. This is a scam. You're wasting your time. You've been doing this 6 months and you're only earning 600 a month, for example. People are going to say stuff like this to you. Same with me. When I first started this business, my parents, they let me do it, but they were very skeptical. They were wondering, why is he wasting his time going to this meeting, that meeting, or what event now? Oh, he has to go see Abdullah in Shepherd's Bush this evening. Why is he coming home late? People are going to say all these different things, but what's going to keep you in the game is personal development. I constantly play. In between my meetings, I'm just playing on the side. You don't really need to even consciously listen to it. You don't really need to take notes. Just play it on the side while you're sleeping, while you're going for a drive, doing your day-to-day things. This is what's going to keep your mind in check. Posting activities in the group chat. Once again, if you want to become a leader, you need to show what you're doing. You need to show that you're doing this meeting, that meeting, this Zoom call, you're signing this person up, you're on this training. You've got to do all these things. Why? Your team will do 50% of what you do. So if you look at what you're posting on a group, if you're posting anything, can you really expect your team to do anything if you're not doing anything yourself? Now, don't get me wrong, you may be doing presentations, you may be doing meetings, but become more conscious about this, because this is important. Your team will do only what they see you do. Your team will do what they see you do. If they don't see it, they're not going to do it. So post activities, promote Zoom calls and events. Within our team, we almost got 100 people here. We need literally 100 people promoting these Zoom calls. We need to create this culture within our team, our group, where people are throwing these Zoom calls in, making videos, making voice notes. There's this excitement. This is how we're going to really promote Zoom calls and events. And finally, you've got to use social media. It doesn't matter what age you are, whether you're 17 years old or you're 65 years old, social media, you need to be on it. If you're not, you're missing out on so many people. Today, I got literally 2 free presentations from social media I can literally, if I spend one whole day on Instagram, I can get a lot of presentations done. Why? Because I've developed my social media. I've learned about social media. Don't use your age as an excuse to why you can't use social media. Okay, for example, Instagram is maybe for the younger platform, people 30 and below. If you're 30 and above, you got Facebook. Facebook, I see people, even my own grandma is on Facebook. She's almost 70, 75 years old. She is using Facebook. You get people so many different ages on these social media platforms. And if you're not using it, you're missing out big time. So these are the activities you need. Now, I want to talk about one topic that a lot of my leaders, they worry about. And that is retention. They're saying, I'm bringing all these people, but no one's really staying. I'm bringing all these people, but they keep dropping off. But one thing, I was listening literally by Zain, our brand new chairman 100 here in UK. I'll give you a quick story about him. When I joined the business, I saw Alex Morton at an event, 50 people in the room at that time. Abdullah was chairman 10. Takira is platinum 2000. Zain literally got promoted to platinum 5000 when I joined. And if you look at where he is today, literally 2.5 years, 3 years being in the business, chairman won 100,000 a month, 100,000 a month from his business. And I was listening to one of his trainings on YouTube, and this is where I came up with this from. And it really made sense, because oftentimes we can't really be doing both. You've got to take a look at your team. Are you in momentum, or are you just trying to retain people? You can't do both. Bear in mind, he said you can't do both. You're either in momentum or you're either retaining people. And he said he would much rather be in momentum than just retaining people. Why? Because we have a system in place as it is. Look at the Zoom calls, look at our presentations. As long as we plug people in properly, we've done our job. We follow up with them a few times, but we don't need to go sitting one-to-one for 5-10 hours just trying to keep people in a business. We don't need to do that. And he gave an analogy of a bucket. And he gave a story that he called Bryce Thompson when he hit Chairman 250. And he asked Bryce, are you even thinking of retention right now? Isn't your volume going up and down like this every day? And, Bryce said he doesn't even look at retention. Why? Because he looks at it as like, this business is a bucket. All of our businesses, it has holes in our bucket at the bottom. And instead of just focusing on all the water coming out of his bucket and people are leaving, he says, why not just load that whole bucket with water. Meaning people, meaning bring momentum, meaning have so much momentum that you don't even notice who drops off. The people that are leaving, the people that have left, they have left for a reason. It's not necessarily really down to you all the time. As long as you've done your job of maintaining or of actually doing your bit, launching them, plugging them into the system, that is your part. If they can't stick, if they don't see the long-term vision, that isn't your fault. So main thing, focus on momentum. And this part right here, recruiting is the answer. You've probably seen this a lot in a lot of trainings, but recruiting literally is the answer. I'm telling you guys, any problem in my business, I fixed it by recruiting. Any problem in your business, look back. When someone left a business, how did you fix it? You fixed it by bringing someone else brand new into the business. I think even David said it on one of our group chats, where when one of your leaders stop listening or they stop producing, what do? You start speaking to new leaders. You start speaking to new people. Why? Because new people is literally the lifeline of your business. And I want to say something today. If your PRSV is not above 1,000, I'm being nice here. Above 1,000, you're making a big mistake. You're not really doing much at all. Why? Because your team, once again, they'll do what you do. We've got tap routing. Don't get me wrong. If you're good at tap routing, you can carry on that. But I always tell people, keep your PRSV high. Carry on bringing new blood into your business. Because let's say, I sign up Dipendra today, for example. If I sign him up today and, he hits Platinum 600, but then he stops working, does that mean my business stops as well? No. Right? You can't let someone else dictate where your business is going to go. It doesn't work like that. You've got to constantly be bringing in new people every day, every week. This should be a challenge, right? Who can get 10 directs by this time next month? Set yourself a challenge. How many directs can you get? And, recruiting people, it's going to come down to, not you pressuring people. The easiest way is start to attract these people. How do you start to attract leaders? How do you start to attract all these people into business? You need to first, once again, going back to the start, you need to start to become that leader. Do you have these 4 qualities? It's going to be very hard for you guys to attract someone who is above you in these categories. Okay, rate yourself 1 to 10. Okay, how much initiative do you have? Is it number 1 or is it number 10? Same with teachable and coachable. Rate yourself, and this is how you're going to determine the sort of people coming into your business. If you see a lot of lazy people and, people that moan over time, if you're seeing those sort of people come into your business, the truth is most times, especially if they're coming in directly, it's because you're attracting them. This is your frequency you're operating on. This is why these people are coming into a business. Okay, you can't expect to bring in a top network marketer. For example, I can't expect to bring in a David Mnite into my business when I'm not on his level yet. Maybe I can bring in someone else that goes Platinum 5,000 because I've now hit it. I'm on that level. But can I bring in a Chairman 10? Possibly not right now. So this is the way it works. You've got to start to attract these leaders. And this is why I really want to go through something with you guys on social media. And, I've told a lot of people so many times, your social media literally is your business card. Imagine you can close someone before you present them. And I'm going to explain how this happens. How can you close someone before you present them? As long as your page is looking good, as long as they've seen that you are really someone, you've already pretty much 50% closed them. And I'll show you an example today. I signed a guy today from Instagram. Look, this is my page right now. Probably you can follow me, J Parmar 3. A guy messaged me today. Maybe even he's on this call right now, but you never know. He signed today. And he said, do you mind if I ask you about Forex trading and how people get started? I said, sure, give me your WhatsApp. I got on a Zoom call with him. I sent him the Justin Nolan's 8-minute video, and he signed up straight away. He signs up straight away. Why did he sign up straight away? Because most likely he was pre-closed by my profile. Okay, you've got to learn to pre-close people. You don't need to necessarily go through a whole process with them, right? Close people. Okay, you've got to become that person that people want to join. You don't need to go, around chasing people in this business. So going back to the slides we have, what is your next rank? I want you guys in the chat box right now. Let's blow up this chat box. I want you to type in, what is your next rank by the end of this month? End was, okay, P600, P2000, P1000, P600. Okay, what's your next rank? What is your next rank in this business by the end of this month? Amazing, P600, okay, imagine we've got all of these goals. We've got all of these goals. And it's exciting to see all these promotions. I can really see this happening. A lot of promotion. So this means that by end of this month, we've got how many days? 2 weeks. 2 weeks to really make that change. But you're not going to start a week from now, 2 weeks from now when you're feeling good. You've got to start today. You literally speak to your mentor, call your mentor up, say, you know what, how can I get to the next level? How can I get to Platinum 1000, 2000 by the end of this month? Okay, they're going to make you a proper blueprint, but I've already shown you the skills you need. Okay, I've already shown you the skills you need. Once again, go back to this, take a screenshot, start to learn all of these things. How I learned a lot of these skills wasn't really by, watching videos and reading books. That was part of it. But you're going to learn more by doing than really watching. So start to do these things on a day-to-day basis. Now, once again, the most important part, I'm just going to unshare my screen for now. The most important part, going back to the whole spiritual side of success, if you aren't feeling happy, if you aren't feeling grateful, if you are feeling stuck, this is why maybe your business isn't moving forward. There's a whole part for me. Imagine from P2000 to P5000. I was stuck at a position for a long time, over a year. Over a year, I was stuck at it. And I felt myself get down and, I didn't believe in it, or, I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't feeling good. And this is when I went to Bob Proctor. And a lot of leaders on this call that went with me, they can relate. When I went to Bob Proctor, he really made me understand that success isn't really about how hard you work. And I always give this example in my presentations. How many people do we know that work hard? Let's be honest. Let's put 111 in our chat box if you know someone that works very hard. Right? Everyone's saying, you know someone that works hard. But put a number 2 in the chat box if you know someone that works very hard but has very little to show for it. A lot of people. I know so many people like that. You can even take a look at, oftentimes it's our own parents that are like that. They spend a lot of time, energy providing for us, but they maybe don't have a lot to show for it. Right? So what does this tell us? It tells us that it's not just about hard work. It's not just about doing the meetings. It's not just about showing up here. That is part of it. That's for you to get the information to apply. But it literally comes down to what are you thinking on a day-to-day basis? We've heard this so many times. We've heard, have your goal card. Okay, have your, I show this in every single training. Have your goal card, have your flyer. Have you created your flyer? Have you even created your flyer for a next position? Have you created your flyer for Chairman 10? Have you stuck it all around your room? Because if you haven't done that, once again, you're not being teachable and coachable. Okay, every single one of us, 95 people. Let's do this, okay? Because I believe you're all part of my organization right now. We need 95 pictures. We need 95 people texting. I am so happy and grateful now that I am your position by the end of this month. I can see you guys in the videos, but do that straight on the group. I am so happy and grateful now that I am this position by the end of this month. Once again, it's coming down to being teachable and coachable. We can tell you this stuff over and over and over again. I was told many times, but until recently, this stuff really clicked for me. So why not understand it now? Okay, Bob Proctor is now teaching every Thursday with Now Platform. Plug into what he is teaching as well. But once again, having a pictures, okay, do you really see yourself being that position today? If you don't, there's two things that are holding you back. It's number one, the things you're thinking. Number two, oftentimes the environment, the people around you. And you know, sort of deal with people that are negative, especially when you live with them. For example, if you can see this, I'm in my loft right now. What I do, I literally, I lock my door. No one's coming in my room. This is this is what I do. If my parents are being negative, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lock myself up. I'm not gonna let them get to me. This is what I did at early stages. Don't let people get to you. If someone is negative, if someone doesn't believe in what you're doing, doesn't mean you have to get rid of them. It just means you need to separate yourself and limit your association with them. As soon as you are around someone that is negative, that is frustrated, that doesn't believe in this, what's going to happen? That's going to rub off on you badly. That's going to bring you down. And sometimes you have people in your business that are also negative. Does that mean you're going to cut them off completely? No. But once again, you've got to separate yourself from them. Why? Because you can't allow anyone to take that energy from you from moving forward. Okay, sometimes you've got to be selfish to be selfless in the future. If you're not platinum, let's say if you're not chairman 10, none of us are chairman 10 on this call right now, but let's say we're all not chairman 10, we've got to be focusing on really on ourselves right now. Why? Because if we can really help ourselves achieve 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, then you can actually have enough to help other people. This is really the way it works. So before we end up, because I've got another call to do very soon, let's just do a quick Q&A in the chat box. Any questions that you guys have, any problems, any situations, anything you guys really need help on, just type that all in the chat box and then we'll slowly finish up. So any questions? Separation of friends. What do you do every day? Okay, what do I do every day? Okay, what do I do every day? Right, so once again, going back to what do I do? My daily method of operations, I call the leaders that I've written down for this month to work with them. I call them every day, ask them, you know, what's the plan? What are we going to do? I do my 30 to 50 messages on Instagram every day. And I make it a mission to at least do minimum one direct presentation alongside working with all my other teams and everything. So that's what I tend to do. Personal development as well. So, okay, 1 second. There's a lot of messages coming through. How did it feel? How did it feel to receive your first P5000? Oh, okay. This is what people were asking me. How does it feel to earn 5,000 a month? Get your first check, because it's almost double or triple to what you earn from P2K. P2K in pounds is about I think just under £400 a month. But to P5, that's a minimum of £1,000 roughly a month. How did it feel? Honestly, it felt okay. I got excited when I hit it, but it felt okay. Why? Because my mind was there before I ever got there. Same with Chairman 10 right now. I feel like my mind is already there. When I get there, I'm not really going to be surprised or shocked. Oh, you know, 2,500 came in every week. I'm not really be shocked about that. So once again, it's where is your mind? What extra resources are good to share with the green prospects? What I do with the green prospects, I literally send them either my presentation on YouTube, or I send them Justin Owens' presentation, and maybe I plug them into another webinar. That's what I do. Just give them a video to take away. How do you identify which color you are? You can just go online. You can type in personality colors. You can find which color you are. It's saying I'm going to hit chairman. He's going to hit P5K, and you're going to hit okay when you. So when presenting, what I tend to do, because not a lot of people have a right perspective about network marketing, In my presentations, I don't focus too much on the network marketing aspect unless I can tell this is someone that likes talking to people, likes helping people. So once again, it depends on the person. What's the best video to show to people that think it's all a scam? Okay, the best video to show is people, you don't show them anything. You literally just leave them. You don't waste your time with them. I like that question. How do you motivate yourself and how do you get this energy every day? So, okay, one thing I've been doing, look, staying at home, it can get lazy. Trust me, a lot of you guys can relate. Staying at home can make you lazy. It's sometimes just being in an uncomfortable environment or change your environment a bit. For example, simple things like instead of sleeping in your bed, literally sleep on the sofa one day. Try this today. If you sleep on your sofa today, you're going to be very motivated, energetic the next day. So you got to slowly push your comfort zone. Yeah, actually I slept on the sofa for 3 days. We'll take 2 more questions before we finish up. Someone asked, how do you stay positive? So once again, how do you stay positive? It is, yeah, being number one, being around positive people, constantly listen to personal development, and look at how are you seeing, what's your self-image? If you see yourself as someone that isn't positive, oftentimes you're not going to be positive. Okay, your mind and your body loves to stay in a line to what you think you are. So if you think you're a chairman, you're going to naturally be a chairman. But if you think you're not positive, what's going to happen? You're not going to be positive. Okay, how do you grow your social media presence? I'll be honest, my social media presence, look, I don't know how many followers, about 8,000 followers. I didn't do any crazy marketing tactic or anything like that. Literally what I did, I'm going to share with you guys. This is my Instagram. You can see I've got 7,000 people following me. And the reason why I did this is because I just want a larger target audience. I just want people to see my stuff. So let's say if I have someone on my feed, let's say someone posted a picture, let's say this, about 41 minutes ago. I'm going to go to the likes and I'm going to simply just follow all these people. I built my page literally by following and unfollowing, unfollowing. I just want people to see what I'm doing and they will stick, they will follow you back. Only once again, if you have branded your page correctly. So last question would take, how come when you want to work with more people, one of the things you said, okay. So when I'm working with people, reason why I target 21 plus, and I know there's a few young people here. I'm young as well, I'm 19, but people my age, 19, 20, 21, very immature. Most 95% of people, immature. They're more focused on clubbing, going out, having fun. They're focused on these things. Why I target people 21 plus, 25 plus is because these people, number one, they have money. They most likely have a job. They're not going to waste their time because they know now time is valuable. And number three, they're much more mature. They've got a bigger reason why. A lot of people older, they've got families. They got children to feed. They're not going to really give up as easily as people that are young, like ourselves. So how do you eliminate distractions? Distractions are always there. But once again, if you have this everywhere, how can you get distracted? If you have your goal card everywhere, you can't really get distracted. The only time you get distracted is when you don't have your goal in sight. And taprooting more efficient if you follow people. Yeah, it's much more efficient if you taproot people with similar following. So for example, let's say I know actually on a call, right? If I follow his friends, they're more likely to talk to me. There's more trust there just because of that. So anyway, guys, we're going to end the call here today. I've got my other call to do. But like I said, what is your goal end of this month? What is your goal end of this month? And really make that decision. It took me a while to make that decision, but trust me, guys, this business, when you get to P5, Chairman 10, Chairman 100, let's say, when we're all going to get there, life is going to be completely different, but you've got to pay the price. If you don't pay the price today, tomorrow, you've got to pay at one point. Okay, so just decide when you're going to do it. And hopefully I'll do a call like this towards the end of a month. Okay, so thank you very much. Let's really do it. Let's build this culture within our team. And I'll speak to you guys very soon. Thank you.